Are you serious?
Guys, I'm recording. Oh, they almost listened. What's up guys, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Jashim. Today we are going to review the specs of the camera of the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And I'm going to throw in some images from the Nikon D5. Stick around because we're going over photo features, video features, and I'm gonna help you review and understand sort of whether or not this is worth the investment, or if you should just skip over the $1,200 investment and jump to a $6,000 camera. Let's go.
That's just how I do. That's just how I do.
I actually like that red tree over there. The light's hitting it pretty nicely, so let's stop over here. All right, so we found this only tree that's alive in the middle of fall, and I'm gonna try out the 3 focal lengths. We got the ultra wide, we have the wide, and we have the telephoto, which for those of you who don't know, it's a 2.5x zoom, which is the equivalent of 65 millimeters. So I'm gonna try to shoot that in this camera, and then I'm gonna try to shoot it in the Nikon D5. All right, so we are going ultra wide first. Breathe the chin up a little bit. Nice. There, turn out to the sun a little bit more. Good, good. Hold it, and now let's do the telephoto and see what happens. So this is the 50, which I'm going to compare to the telephoto, which is 65 millimeters. And let's just continue right here. Turn your chin away. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Eyes up to me, chin over. Brides out there, if anybody's watching this, I know most of the people watching this are probably gonna be guys, but anybody get married? Phenomenal makeup artist here. That's actually how I met Preeti. I think, I wanna say 2 years ago or roughly 3 years ago. Sonica, if you're watching this, shout out. She did her makeup. I shot the engagement session. I'll pop up some images here. And she did a phenomenal job. Immediately followed her. Since then, I've just been like gravitated and like attracted towards what she was doing. And I reached out to her and made this happen. So
And nothing's better than a good combo.
yes,
Photographer
yes,
and makeup artist who
yes.
just make that like moment was work.
Correct, correct. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, priorities, right? Can I see the hands in the front again? Good, good. Walk in a straight line, good. I will say it's definitely a lot more comforting to see. Like, I don't have to worry about technicals with the iPhone, and I think that's what everyone's really looking for anyway. Just a camera that just does the work. And for those of you wondering whether or not you should get the Pro or the Pro Max, this might be a little overkill for you. One thing we'll try out is the video features on this, which you'll see later on in the video, where I test out the sensor shift of this and we can see exactly how stabilized the footage is from this. All right, you're gonna have to excuse that nonsensical brain fart. First time recording live in front of people, so something I definitely have to get used to. But what I meant to say is that between the Pro and the Pro Max, the real main difference is that the Pro Max is a larger sensor, which means it lets in a lot more light, which I think you'll really see its prowess during nighttime photography, which I didn't get a chance to do during this shoot, so I'm gonna have to head back out at some point and add some night scenes. So let's continue with the video. I don't know how to turn off live mode. Is it like in the setting or something? Oh, I just press live?
There's like a little, I don't know if it looks the same, there's a little round.
Yeah.
Oh, live off.
Live off.
Pick up your right heel a little bit more. Yeah, there you go, there you go. And look off your left shoulder. Good, good. So as you guys can see right here, we have pretty much the same frame, and the frame right here, I'm gonna have to definitely edit this and process it a bit more. Whereas this one right here has some really good high dynamic range. And even though it's not a pro photo, the image just straight out of the camera looks pretty good. And obviously if I had pro controls over this, I can probably, if I had the raw format, I can definitely edit it and tweak it a bit more. But this is a pretty good starting point. I'm actually kind of jealous. I mean, if I had this kind of quality to start off from, that'd be phenomenal. So yeah, I'll pop these up on the screen so you can see exactly what the shots look like. The iPhone is doing a pretty decent job trying to balance the highlights and shadows, but it desaturates the colors and it just looks really muddy. So one thing to take note, yes, it's the Pro Max, but there's certain things it just can't do. And I wonder if the Pro Raw, whenever that releases, will make something like this a little bit more easier to sort of play around with. Let's go. Those of you trying to get into YouTube and figure out whether or not this is actually perfect for vlogging or creating YouTube videos, I'll run a sequence of footage here with 24 frames per second, 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second, and 240 frames per second, 240 frames per second, 240 frames per second. You'll probably never need 240 frames per second, but I'll tell you what, it looks buttery smooth and it looks delicious. So if you have some, Ben just gave me an eyebrow raise. So if you got something that you want to highlight and make it look super creamy, super slow-mo, 240 may be great. It shoots at 1080p, which is phenomenal resolution. And at 4K, you can shoot at 60 frames per second. You'll still get some buttery smooth footage.
Bring me the leaves.
All right, and we lost it all. 3, 2, 1, go. So first time iPhone user, I didn't realize that there was like this little brightness adjustment on the side, and so all the other slow-mo footage you saw may have been a little overexposed. So I fixed it now, and we're gonna have Preeti throw up the leaves at 240 frames per second. So ready? On 3, 1, 2, 3. All right guys, so today we are in DUMBO Brooklyn doing a professional shoot. I'm on an engagement session and I will run you through exactly how the camera and the video functions. Front-facing camera, rear-facing camera, portrait mode, image stabilization towards sensor shift technology, and the A14 Bionic chip. Let's get to it. Get a shot of him sticking his nose in there. So before I continue, I just want to thank everybody that partook, cooperated in these projects. Preeti, phenomenal model, person, makeup artist. follow her handle right here. Ben does not want to be mentioned. He was a cinematographer in the first shoot, and in the second shoot, Aisha, my sister, who came through and actually helped record some BTS. Thank you so much, appreciate it. And the couple, Sal and Therese. Sal, appreciate it. Therese, you guys are great. So obviously there's a couple of things that need to be addressed. During that photo session with Sal and Therese, I wasn't too happy with the way the iPhone captured in portrait mode. Chip is not so bionic, but yeah, I think it's some quirks that Apple has to work out in the first revisions, and maybe with some software update it can fix it. Yet to be found out, but here's some examples of why I didn't like it. You can see when I zoom into this image and around the edges in certain areas, it just missed the blur and it just looks weird. Okay, so definitely a great camera to have in your pocket for everyday use, for vacations, for personal home videos, even YouTube. But I will not give up my trusty DSLR just yet. And hey, before we jump to some questions, if you guys are enjoying this, learned anything, you know, found that video cool, let me know in the comments. Hit that like button because it helps out the channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe with the bell notifications. That's those squiggly lines. Yeah, if you like this tech talk, if you like film, if you like photography, that's what I talk about here. And I try to do it with a little sprinkle of humor, whatever corny humor I have. Yeah. One thing before I completely forget, night mode. I'm at a loss of words, honestly. It's that good, like it's really good. I appreciate you kicking it with me. Let me know if you guys, what you think of the phone based on what you saw and how I compared it to the Pro camera. I like to have discussions down in the comment section, so let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe with the bell notifications turned on. That's those squiggly lines. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you with the next one.
That's just how